All right, so this is our final exam review. Y'all make sure your phones are up. I'm gonna go as fast as you guys will let me go. Give us more free time. So let's keep up. Stop me if I need to slow down. All right, read your instructions. Number one, it's just quadratic formula. All right, so we're gonna type most of this one in our calculator. I know I start off with a positive 7. Guys, remember when you square negative 7, that's gonna make it positive 49. Times 2 times negative 15 over 4. Anybody need a calculator or a pencil? Who needs a pencil?
Me.
Need a pencil? Get him a good one. Anybody else? Landon.
Coach, is 2 something crazy?
Just because you want to act up,
Probably need
you can hold my other one too.
to put it in, Hunter. Remember, don't put in the square root symbol. That's probably going to give you error.
Well, I did. I got the negative over the equal sign.
Okay, so you'll bring out an I, remember?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I was just asking.
All right, give me a chance and I'll do it. All right, let's type this in. So I got 49 minus 4. Okay, I did something wrong. Let's do it again. 49 minus 4. All right, that time I got 169. So the square root of 169 changes to 13. Do you guys remember how we finished this one? To find both answers, put it in your calculator. We got a plus and a minus. Do the plus first. So on top I got 7 plus 13, and on bottom I got 4. My first answer is 5. All right, for the second answer, do the same thing, but now subtract them on top. 7 minus 13 on top. That ain't right. Start over. 7 minus 13 on top. Over 4. My second answer this time is negative 3 over 2. Does that look all right?
How'd you get 13?
Because when I typed this in my calculator, it gave me 169. And then I took the square root of 169, which is 13.
I got 89. Oh, that's a 15.
All right, so before Hunter says the next one's kind of tricky, before we do the second problem, before I start plugging my numbers in, there's something we got fixed. What is it? Everything's got to be on one side. Y'all remember that? So Laney, I moved that over. That's going to be 2x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Now you plug your numbers in. All right, so you can't plug them in unless you set it up in standard form. Now let's plug them in. Start off with positive 2 plus or minus 2 squared is 4 minus 4 is 2 times 1 over 4. Now Hunter said he got a negative on this one, so let's plug it in the calculator without using the square root symbol. 4 minus 4 times 2. I got negative 4, is that right? 2 plus or minus square root of negative 4. Make sure we all got the same thing. Now, this is what y'all should remember how to fix. What is the square root of negative 4? 2i. Remember the I? You got to bring it out because it's a negative. So that should be 2i in that spot.
Can you take it a 2 out of all that?
All right, now Hunter's right. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. 1 plus or minus 1i over 2 is our answer. So yes, that one's true.
Keep in error.
You can't type in square root of negative 4. Yeah, if you type the whole thing in, Pap, it's going to say error. What you have to do is type in only the numbers that are underneath without the square root symbol. Because if you type that in and it's a negative, it's going to say error. All right, question about number 2. All right, number 3. Samari, is it set up like we need it to be? Let's see. Nope. Got to take 3x and move it over. So let's do that. It'll be 5x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now you can plug them in. Go. Easy problem. All right, number 5, though, you'll have to do the work and set it up. So let's do number 5. Okay, I gotta get them into groups. So it's x squared minus 4x, then I put my box. Y squared plus 12y, and I put my box. Move minus 6 over is positive 6. All right, I bet y'all can finish it from there. What do you need, Smart? Paper?
Again, add a piece of paper.
All right, so to finish this up, got to fill in your box. That's easy. Half of 4 is 2, squared is plus 4. Remember on the circle problems, whatever you add on one side, you got to add on the other. So I got to add a plus 4 over there as well. Half of 12 is 6, squared is 36, so I need a 36 over here. Add that up, I got 46. So, Pat, what's my center going to be on number 5? You can look at what I got if you need to.
2 negative 6.
Mm-hmm. How do we find the radius, Pat?
Square root of 46.
Square root of 46. Let's see what that's going
Hi, Karen.
to be. Yes, ma'am.
Can you send Samari Williams to the media center to see Dr. Tanner?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I got 6.8. All right, question on 5. All right, I'm going to do 6 with you. All right, number 6 has an extra step. What is our extra step on number 6? Yeah, if it's got 3x squared and 3y squared, you got to divide everything by 3. Now, do I divide this number by 3 as well? Yep, and the 0, everything by 3. And that's what makes it a circle, is because I got the same number. All right, so now let's put them into groups. So I got x squared minus 4x, then a box. Y squared plus 6y, then a box. That's going to be positive 1. Move it over is negative 1. Bet y'all can finish it from there. All right, we got a new shape on number 8. Now we are doing parabolas. This is where it's a little bit different. All right, first thing, we still make our group. So it's x squared plus 7x, then a box. But you just slide down to minus 15. You don't have to flip the sign. You're not moving it across the equal sign. You just leave it negative 15. But you're going to need a calculator on this one. What's half of 7? I don't know. 7, half of it's 3.5. What's 3.5 squared? I got 12.25. All right, here's something new. So I put 12.25 there. How about out here? A minus 12.25. What's the difference? The equal sign's in a different spot. That's the difference. This is the only shape where it's actually opposite here, Kate. So I got x plus 3.5 squared. Add that up is negative 27.25. All right, so what's my vertex? Negative 3.5, because I got to flip the sign on the one in the parentheses. I don't flip that sign, I just bring it down. Now the good thing is on the final, you're not going to have to graph anything. So it should make everything a lot faster. Why is this one different? Because now we got to bring out a negative 6. So if you divide by negative 6, watch what happens. Negative 24 divided by negative 6. Well, first of all, that's going to be x squared. A negative divided by a negative is a positive 4x. And remember, we just moved down our plus 26. Since it's not in the group, I don't have to divide it. All right, Hunter, what goes in the box?
4.
All right, that's one area. Hunter, what goes out here?
Where at? Plus 24.
All right, let's see if he's right. Negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. Don't forget, you got to flip the sign on these. That'd be positive 24. Did I mess up somewhere? I feel like I messed up. Is that good, buddy? Okay. All right, so I got negative 6, x plus 2 squared plus 50. All right, Hunter, what's our vertex going to be?
Negative 4 and.
Hold on.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm on
Oh,
number
right there.
10. So that's going to be
Negative 2.
negative 2 and 50. Remember, we only flip the sign on the one that's inside the parentheses.
Wait, what'd you do?
All right, 11, 12, and 13 are all going to be really easy and really quick. How do we do 11? It's just a FOIL method problem. 11, 12, and 13 are just FOIL. We did this last week on the test. It should be fresh on your mind. I got 54 there. Minus 24i plus 27i minus 12i squared. Katie, what's that I squared gonna turn into? Right, it's gonna be a -1, and a negative times a negative makes it a positive 12. So 54 plus 12 is 66. I got plus 3i from the middle. That's how y'all do 11, 12, and 13. All right, do those other ones and I'll meet you on the back. All right, so how do we do these problems on the unit circle? First of all, you're gonna need a unit circle out tomorrow. If you don't have one, I'll have to run you another one off because I thought I had some, I'm out. All right, so how do we do problem 20? All right, look at the board. Tangent's y over x, right? All right, 5 pi over 4 is, let's find it, right here, y over x. You put your y down first, and you flip your x. Remember, guys, I made y'all do keep, change, flip, right? What cancels out on this one? Everything. Negative times a negative is a positive. What's your answer when everything cancels out? It's 1.
Are you gonna let us use our unit circle?
Yes, yes. All right, next one, secant of 270. All right, where is 270? It's right here. What is the formula for secant? All right, now the board says r over x, but on these problems, we did it as 1 over x. All right, what is the x right here when you look at this point?
0.
So Samari says, I'm gonna let you use your calculator. What does 1 over 0 give you in the calculator?
1.
Nope,
0.
nope.
Oh, I didn't really type it.
1 divided by 0 is, it says error, can't divide by 0, that's a no solution. I'm gonna let y'all just type them in your calculator. I'm not gonna make y'all show keep, change, flip if you don't want to. All right, 22. What is cosecant? I keep mixing them up, so look at the board. 1 over y. All right, so go to 135 degrees right here. Your y is root 2 over 2. I'm gonna let y'all just type that straight in your calculator and not do keep, change, flip. So let's type it in. 1 on top. Bottom is root 2 over 2. I messed up. Start over. All right, 1 on top. Bottom is root 2 over 2. I did it right that time.
It's 1.
I got root 2 on my calculator. Do I need to come look at anybody's?
I got root 2 over 4.
Let me see your calculator. Gonna have to label our triangles. So, I did this. Cosine, if you forget, look on the board, is x over r. So 4 goes on the x-axis, 5 goes on the radius. Do y'all remember how we found the missing side?
Square.
Good. 5 squared minus 4 squared equals.
9.
Gave me 9. Square root of 9 is 3. I know this side is 3. We did this like a month ago, right? Other one. Sine, if you forget, is y over r. 15 goes on the y-axis, 17 goes on the radius. How do we find the missing side?
Square plus
17 squared minus 15 squared is 64. That makes it an 8. All right, now something else I had y'all do a month ago, I think it makes it easier. If cosine x is that, go ahead and find sine x. That's going to be 3 over 5. And write it down so you won't have to worry about it later. Same thing over here. We got sine of y. Let's write down what cosine of y is. Cosine would be 8 over 17.
Hey, Terry,
Yes, ma'am?
can I take Zoe Vaughn in the front office for a moment?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so once you've done that, guys, now we just got to write our formulas down and plug them in. So, here's 24. They're asking for the sine of x plus y. Can I borrow your formula sheet? Who's got one out? I got one. Now look, you don't have to write the formula down. I'm going to write it down for you. I'm going to copy it off this paper. Formula is sine of x cosine of y plus cosine of x sine of y. And once you look at the formula, all you have to do now is bring down your four fractions and put them in your calculator. So, what I bring down for sine of x is right here, 3/5. What do we bring down for cosine of y? It's 8/17. All right, next is cosine of x, that's 4/5, and then 15/17. And all you have to do is type the fractions in your calculator. 3/5, 8/17, 4/5, 15/17. My calculator gave me 84/85. If your calculator did not give you that, so let me show you 30. First step, read your instructions. Is it sine or cosine?
Sine.
So I bring down 5, sine, and I put my -4 on the end. I remember we do that. All right, do you guys remember, what do I bring down to help me find the first answer in the parentheses? Y'all remember?
Period.
Take the period, which is pi/1. Set it equal to the formula for period.
2 pi over something.
Very good. And now remember, Samara, you're going to have your chart out with you. And I've got plenty of these if y'all need them. It says on there the formula is 2 pi over k. All right, now look, we can do the shortcut on this one. You don't have to cross multiply and divide. What do I mean by the shortcut? Let me show you. On the top, what are they multiplying by going from here to here? 2. So on the bottom, times by 2, 2x goes in that spot. Now you can only do the shortcut on the first one. For the second one, we'll have to cross multiply it all the way out. All right, for the last number, take the phase shift, which is 2 pi/1. Do y'all remember what we said this equal to? It's on the sheet.
C/2.
Negative c over k, which will be negative c/2. Because we already found out that k is 2. All right, I'm going to cross multiply this one. If I go this way, I got -1c. If I go this way, I got 4 pi. So the only question is now, what do I put in the calculator? How do you know what you divide by? Whatever has the c is what goes on the bottom. So 4 pi divided by -1 is -4 pi. All right, and that's how you do 30 and 31.
What if I did cross multiply? We still get the same.
All right. 36 is really easy. Everybody look at 36. It says 255 degrees, make it a radian. What did y'all do in your calculator for that one?
Well, we had the other calculator.
Okay, but same thing though. 255, you times it by pi/180. See what your calculator gives you? Mine gave it 17 pi/12.